Hello! Today I'm going to be talking about my TBR. So basically, if you don't know what a TBR is, it's a to be read, and I have a huge TBR pile for my life, but I thought I would make a little. So I'm going to talk about the books that I hope to get read in the summertime, because I'm now free for 3 months. My TBR is very ambitious. I have picked full series that I want to read. I have picked a lot of books. So it doesn't matter if I don't get to all of them. That's not my goal for the TBR. I just like to set these for myself. I feel like a lot of people are very strict to their TBR. But for me, it doesn't matter. If I don't read a book, that is perfectly fine. If I pick up a different book, that's also perfectly fine. I also feel like a bold little chicken. I do have hair, it's just in a messy bun. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick them out and then I'm going to go through them. So I know that I want to read Obsidio. I actually kind of have to read, kind of, I don't have to. These ones. Oh no, my books are all going to fall down. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 books on my TBR. Without further ado, let's actually talk about the books that I want to read. Let's start with good old Percy Jackson. Percy is a great guy. We love Percy Jackson. I have read the first 3 books in this series, and I really enjoyed it. Percy is so funny, and I really just love where the story was going. To be fair, I think it's Titan's Curse. Yes, Percy Jackson and Titan's Curse I read on my 24-hour readathon, which is a bad move, because I read it at 12 till 5 in the morning, and I don't remember anything. So I need to see some spoiler full reviews before I can get to these, but I'm pretty sure this one is first. So it's the Battle of the Labyrinth, and then it's The Last Olympian. I just really want to finish these books. It has been on my list to finish for a long time now, and then I finished the series. Percy Jackson is a middle grade series. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Percy Jackson is about. The next book I have is The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. This is a floppy book. This, what I gather, I just love that the back says, "Imagine Marvel did fairy tales." Yes, please. But this basically is about this girl. I think her name's Alice. Yes, her mother gets kidnapped by... So basically, let's start over. Alice has a grandmother who writes these fairy tale stories, and basically her grandmother dies, and her mother gets kidnapped by someone from in one of her grandmother's stories. This book sounds way up my alley. This is my type of book. I love this. There has been a lot of people saying the first half of it is really good. The second half is not. But I still really want to read this because in the past, I've read books that people didn't like. So I want to give this a go, and I am also attending something to do with this book. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, so I'm not going to. But I do want to read this before I go to that event. Wait, is this I got this last October, and this is an ARC. The next book I have is A Sky Painted Gold by Laura Wood. This comes out 5th of July. I got sent this by Scholastic for a review copy, and I do actually really want to read it this summer, sooner than later, so I can get a review up for you guys before it comes out or the day it comes out. Yes, I think I talked about this in my book haul a bit more. It's basically set in 1929, yes, and these people move into this big house, and then our main character gets swept into their world, and it sounds kind of Gossip Girly, kind of magically, I'm not really sure, but I do want to give it a read, and it's a beautiful book. Look at it, it shines. The next book, again, I mentioned in my book haul. Wait, I'm pretty sure I mentioned a lot of these in my book haul. It's okay. This is The Gloaming by Kirsty Logan. I got sent this by Penguin Platform because I'm going to be reading this with the Pride Book Club. I'm not sure if it's magical realism or if it is just magical, but it is an LGBTQ+ novel. I haven't really read into it because I don't really want to know much about it, but it says, the gorgeous tale of love and grief and the gap between fairy tales and real life. I have a feeling it's something to do with mermaids, because we have mermaids on the front cover, and there's mermaids, oh, some stuff just fell out, oh, and again. There's some mermaids on the chapters, So I'm not sure if this is about mermaids, or I will be reading this. If you want to find out more information about the Pride Book Club, I'll leave them linked down below. Sidio, which is the third book in the Illuminae files. So this basically, I'm not too sure if we're going to be following different characters, because in Illuminae we followed 2 characters, and then in Gemina we followed a different 2 characters. And if you don't know what this is, it's basically a science fiction novel. We're in space. I don't want to give too much about it because it's wonderful. And basically what this is it's told through multimedia or different media. So you can see here, like if you look inside, there's so many different things in here. I am very, very excited to read this one. Okay, so the next book is a book in my all-time favourite series, which I pre-ordered, and I actually can't believe I haven't read it yet. I think you'll know what it is. It is Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas. I did a poll on Instagram to see whether I'd read this first or City of Glass, the third book in the Mortal Instruments, and that one won, City of Glass won, so I'm actually going to read that first, and then I'm going to be reading this beautiful, beautiful child next. Look how big it is though, like. So this is the 7th. So this is technically the 6th, but also the 7th if you include the novella. This basically does not follow our favourite Selena. This follows Kale, and I'm not gonna lie, Kale is like not my favourite. I like Dorian more than I like Kale. Come for me, but like seriously, I'm not like a massive Kale fan. I'm not in his fan club. I'm not like, woo, Kale, Kale. I was kind of intimidated by the fact that this is a whole book in Kale's perspective, because I'm not a fan, but I do want to read this because basically, if you don't know, Empire of Storms was the last book that I read. I literally read Empire of Storms, and it was this big, in like 2 days, because I was working at the bookshop and I read it while I was there. And in Empire of Storms, Kale gets separated. I don't want to spoil it too much, but Kale gets separated, and so this is basically what he did in Empire of Storms. Now the reason I am definitely 100%, I am actually going to read this summer, like no lie. There is another book coming out. I think it's called Kingdom of Ash. Is it called Kingdom of Ash? And you know that basically I was going to pre-order it, but does anyone else, whenever you pre-order a book, it never comes, and I'm just like, hello, I pre-ordered you, where are you? I love Sarah J Maas. I need to just stop. Okay, but seriously, the next books, you're all going to roll your eyes at me because they are Sarah J Maas books. This looks ridiculous. Look how big these are. I have here A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, and A Court of Frost and Starlight. And I do really, really, really want to read these books because this is the full series now. I think this is actually a bridge into a different series, so I want to have read this by the time the next books come out. And but knowing Sarah J Maas, even though she's just had a tiny human being, like she just birthed a tiny human, she'll be writing like a bullet. She literally writes books and gets them out all the time, and I need to catch up. But by the end of 2018, I will have read, or I definitely want to have read, these and this. I have 4 books here, which again are all part of a series. One of them which I'm actually currently reading, so this doesn't really count, but it's the Mortal Instruments series. Oh my god, I nearly forgot what it was called. I do want to finish this series. Again, it's a big push with the fact that I'm going to be reading all my other books as well, but we have book 4, which is City of Fallen Angels, book 5, City of Lost Souls, and book 6, City of Heavenly Fire. I get people shouting at me, telling me that I should read them in publication order, which yes, I know that after book 2, I think it's before City of Glass, you're meant to read the Infernal Devices. I know that one day I will want to read them and then I'll be mad with myself, but to be fair, like at this moment in time, I'm not interested in reading the Infernal Devices, so shout at me as much as you want, but I just want to read the TMI series, and I know I should read them in publication order, but maybe one day, I promise I will go back and read them, but at this moment in time, I just kind of want to read the TMI series. I don't think it's illegal, I think I'm allowed to do it, so that's just what I'm going to do. There we have it. That is my TBR pile. Like I said, I'm going to do a wrap up at the end of summer to hopefully tell you which books I got to, and I will mention the ones that I didn't get to. As you can see, there is hardly no contemporaries on here. There is some other books that I really want to read but I don't own, so like Save the Date by Morgan Matson. I really want to read that book, which is a contemporary, and it just reminds me of a trashy film because it's basically about this girl who I'm pretty sure her sister is getting married, and then everything starts to go wrong. That is just a book I really want to read. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be posting about the readathon if I haven't already posted about it on my Instagram. So if you don't follow my Instagram, make sure you do. I'm going to be talking about the date and the times and stuff for Conniebell's 24-hour readathon. I would love for you to join in. It would be a joy. And like I said, more information will be over there. If I haven't already posted that picture, it will be coming soon. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. Keep that smile on your face. And I will see you on Thursday with a very exciting video to do with my hair. Okay, bye.